Guys, and welcome back to another tank review. Today I'll be taking a look at the AMX 12T, the Tier 6 French light tank. I really enjoy this tank. I don't know why, to be honest. It's a lot of fun. Maybe it's the seal clubbing aspect, but it's a lot of fun. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it, and we'll see what makes this tank so much fun, even though I don't fully know myself, so maybe I'll learn something. Okay, so the first aspects that the 12T has that we want to take note of. It's a light tank, so obviously it's going to be faster than the standard tank, or at least most tanks. And what I mean by faster is I'm pretty sure it has a top speed of 60 kilometers per hour. That's actually fairly low for a light tank. Like the ELC, for example, is 65. M41 has a speed limit of... Hold on, I just gotta turn down the music, it's really loud. The M41 has a speed limit of 72, and that pretty much goes 72 everywhere. So yeah, it's not the fastest of light tanks, but it can definitely get around. And with a specific power of 20 horsepower per ton, it's pretty good. It's similar to a Cromwell in that fact. So as you can see, it's clearly not the fastest light tank, but it's fast enough. One of the things that I think makes this tank so special is the gun. At first glance, it looks very mediocre. It's a 75mm with 6 shells in the magazine, 2.2 seconds between each shell, 20 seconds to reload the clip entirely. It's like 18 once you have vents on there with 100% crew. My crew's not the best because I just transferred them over from the ELC, and I only had I didn't have many battles in that, so my crew's not the best, but they get the job done. Sixth sense is the most important thing, of course, and then camouflage. And I'm training the situational awareness for the extended view range. But average penetration 144. I like to liken this to the T-30-45 with its 85mm. So I can kind of gauge how the gun performs, if that makes sense. I usually like to do that with guns. I can liken them to other tanks with similar amounts of penetration. That way I can use what I know about that gun in order to handle the gun that I'm dealing with. That's just what I like to do, though. Average damage 135, just like the Cromwell. And that's actually pretty nice. I like it because that gives it a clip potential of 810 damage. With an accuracy of 0.36, or dispersion value, whatever, of 0.36, it's not the most accurate, but it's definitely better than some guns, like the T-50-41, which also has an autoloader. It gets 0.4, which is not great, with a 2.9 second aim time. This gets 2.5, so it's pretty good. Problem is, the T-50-41's a slower tank, so the aim time does not feel as bad, compared to this, which does feel like it has quite a lengthy aim time. Then again, the T-50-41 also has equipment for it, so that could help as well. For equipment, I just run improved vents, improved ventilation, whatever, binocs and camonet. Obviously, camonet and binocs are great for light tanks because they're high camo, high view range tanks, so you want to boost those as much as you can to stay invisible and outlight your opponents so you can outplay them. And vents also increases view range and reload speed and like everything. That's why vents are so good. As an alternative, well, I mean, I guess you could run coated optics, and I wouldn't run a GLD on here because you want it. The main role of this tank is not to be a damage dealer. It's supposed to be a spotter and a flanker. As you'll see in one of these replays, it is a fairly good flanker. Actually, I think you see in both replays. Anyway, armor-wise, it's a light tank, so obviously the armor's trash. Don't depend on it for anything, though I have personally bounced a 12T with my T-54 because I just shot it in the upper plate, and apparently it has OP armor right there. But, you know, it could have just been a low roll combined with a high angle. We don't know. So 12T overall, it is high DPM. Really, it doesn't make sense, but it is. It's like close to just over 2400, I think. It's pretty crazy, actually. one issue that it does have is that it has low ammo capacity, 30 shells. I load 18 AP and 12 APCR. You're gonna need the APCR because you see up to tier 9, which means you could see E75s in this. And E75s, if you've ever fought one, they're not fun. But the APCR gets 202 millimeters of pen, I think, average, which is really, really nice. It's more than T54, I think, unless that's 203. Is it 201? I can't remember. Yeah, it's more than a T54. So, well, with the better gun. Okay, so let's just go ahead and get into the replays. I don't want to bore you guys too long with a garage or a high detailed garage thing, even though you're probably already to that point of boredom. So yeah, let's get into the fun stuff. Alright guys, here we are on Malinovka, I believe. Yep, Malinovka, southern spawn. This is patch 9.14. I played this game yesterday, I think. And I was trying to finish off the 12T because I saw that it was still in my garage and I had it for a while. So yeah. What on earth? Why are the colors all buggy? That's weird. I like to have it on colorblind mode. I don't know why it's being weird. Alright, whatever. Whatever happens, happens. So I go up on that cliff, I see the MT25 get shreked, and I'm like, no, let's not have that happen. So I'm trying to get a cheeky shot on this T-34-1, but one thing I did forget to go over in the garage is that this thing only gets 4 degrees gun depression and very limited gun elevation, though I don't know the exact values. So I pop up thinking that, you know, my camo will save me, and then that shot whips behind me, so I'm like, nope, 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 nope. And then the FB-304 tries to shoot me, so I'm like, yeah, no. We're not going to play the spotting game. I don't know why it's doing that. That's really irritating, actually. Double chat. I might just turn chat off in this match. Where is it? There it is. Right, let's see if that works. Okay. I don't know if it, no, it's not going to be. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, I think disabling chat got rid of the red stuff. Good, 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 good. Okay. So now we can get back to the replay. So I saw that they were going to be out spotting me there. It was stupid to stay over there, so I just left. Here's the 4 degree gun depression in action. It's pretty bad. So this is actually a really risky play on my part. I have no bushes around me or anything, but I really want to help my team get this carbon out. He's a top tier heavy. It's important. So I'm rushing the shots now because I'm panicking because he's looking in my direction. And I waste that last shot, but I think we got 3 or 4, maybe 5 shots. No, it wasn't 5, it was probably 4. 4 good shots into him. And we helped out our team. So now I'm going hill because I see the majority of my team going hill. One thing you guys always want to do not go on a flank alone, ever. It's never a good idea. Let's say you're this WZ-111, all these guys rush to you. All that's going to happen is you're going to hold them off maybe 15 to 30 seconds, which isn't really much. What you want to do is, even if you let them roll right into your cap and you win this flank and then come right back, you're going to be able to defend successfully. You're going to have more tanks alive. It's just a better idea in general. The only time that it would really work is if you have one tank that's hanging back, like our ISU-122S, and you're just waiting to watch those guys to make sure that they don't roll into your cap. But to be honest, yeah, using ISU-122S probably is not the best spot. But I don't really play TDs on this map, so I don't really, well, lightly armored TDs, I don't really know where to go. But yeah. So we win the hill. I'm pushing down because I need to get out of the line of fire of the enemy. This might seem a little bit counterintuitive, but that Yag Tiger 88 and that CDC have shots up onto the hill. I don't want to stay there because the hill is obviously under fire. So if I get down into the hill and under, not under their guns, but on the other side of this hill, I can avoid their fire. Here I'm shooting the MT25, obvious reasons. He's caught out. There's really nothing bad that can happen to me. We trade the last shots there. I go for a reload because, you know, gotta reload. Okay, so what I'm doing here is pretty self-explanatory. I'm trying to get my team some lights on the Ag Tiger 88. I see that he is angling kind of weirdly, so I see my opportunity. 144 pen, more than enough to go through the side of that, so I just start unloading into his side, and this is what the 12T does. That's so good. Granted, this guy's probably not the best of players, but this is what I love about the 12T. 800, probably over 800 damage. I didn't count, but I don't have a damage log, but it was a lot of damage into that Yak Tiger 88, and that was a great move by us. So here's the problem with the 12T. As you can see, only 5 minutes into the game, and I'm already 2 shots. I only have 2 shots of AP left, so I have to load gold unless I want to load an incomplete clip, which wouldn't be logical, so I'm loading the gold. It's not because I need it, it's just because that's all that I have left, really. So, there's me just horribly aiming. I really thought the shell travel time on the gold rounds would be able to link up with those, with that 12T a lot better, but I overestimated. So that's my fault. But here, I'm getting into a bush, in case I need to reset cap. And I'm pretty much just going to be here for the rest of the game, just providing some overwatch, and I'm also using the 12T's body as cover for hard cover and soft cover from the bushes around me. We pretty much already won this game. They're pretty low on numbers, but yeah, now I'm just taking shots on the prot. See, one weird thing about the way World Tanks renders people in the distance, waiting for that IS-6 to pass because I don't want to shoot him, hold my shot for the side of his tank, but it still bounces because he angled his turret the right way, which is stupid, but whatever. So I load the last 6 gold shells. I still have that prot in my sights, and that's who I'm worried about right now. Even though he's across the map. I really want the WZ-111 to spot him. So I'm taking a look around, and I want to see if I have any other shots of people. And I really don't have any good shots, but oh. Okay, the 111's out, so we track him. And we're just gonna keep loading. Oh! Okay, well, rip. He's dead. So we're gonna aim in on this prot. We're gonna see if we can get lucky with the shots. See, this is where you gotta be careful, because they can just stop at any second. So you gotta, I don't know, I try to lead for the front tire, and not so much the back tire. I don't know what this FCM was doing. Maybe it was trying to kill me, or maybe it was just the last minute YOLO, I don't know. But yeah, so that's that game. The link for all the stats on the Watt Replays page will be in the description. I'll label it like Game 1 Malinovka or something, and then give you guys a link. So if you want to look at it in depth, you can. Watch the replay over if you want, but yeah, let's get on to the next one. Alright guys, here's the next and final replay. Here we are in Windstorm, the northern spawn, and yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So one thing I forgot to mention, I actually just gotta turn down the game sounds a little bit here because I don't want them to be too loud for you guys. I don't think they were too loud last game. I got to disable chat again. We'll try that. So one thing I forgot to mention last game is that I'm very close to the second mark on this. So I don't know, usually this is just me. Whenever I'm looking at tank reviews online, I check how many markers of excellence they have. It generally lets me gauge how they do in the tank, because they usually don't show how they do. I think I'm at 64 battles currently. This being the battle I played today, that brought me up to 81%. So I'm almost at the second mark, and I've only used about 64 of the battles. So what I'm doing here is I'm setting up some early vision. Crossing that area was a bit risky, but I was willing to take the risk, because if it meant getting some lights from my team, I was willing to get shot at maybe once. So I was really worried about this CDC rushing me, but he didn't, which actually is the right play by him, because it would be stupid to rush into that many people. But of course, artillery is just going to completely miss and still do some damage. Unless that was the OI, but, you know, HE-based tanks is what they do. So I definitely thought he was going to rush me there, but he didn't, so I'm thankful for that again. So I'm just, so I see that he's distracted, I pop up, start shooting at him, I get the kill, and then this IS-3, I start to drive down, and I see that he's paying attention, clearly, because he's already turning his turret towards me. This 111, though, I can't be sure if he's paying attention to me, but I know that he's definitely a threat, because, you know, cheering at me. So I poke out, IS-3 starts turning his turret again. I really don't want to trade with an IS-3, that'd just be beyond stupid. But if he's not going to pay attention to me and respect my gun, then I'm just going to get some free shots. Second one bounced, go for a reload because I don't want to be stuck with 2 shots. That doesn't really allow me to defend myself. So while I'm reloading, I start to climb the hill. We already know that a majority of their tanks are in the town, and they're pretty much on this like little stretch here. So I know that there's not too much back here, and if there is, it's probably not going to be able to kill me. So I just be a little bit more aggressive. Start shooting the IS-3 in the engine deck. I see the 111's being like really protective of him, so I don't really want to mess with that because they both have 390 alpha damage guns. So I start backing down to where the 111 can't shoot me, and I start getting some more side turret shots into the IS-3. Again, he's not respecting my gun. I don't know how that one hit. I really don't. But I guess that's good. So I go for a reload. I'm starting to climb the hill again. I'm going to do the same maneuver where if they're not paying attention, then I'm going to shoot them. I see that the IS-3 is retreating, so I know that the 111's isolated. He's not looking at me. He's not respecting my gun like the IS-3 was. So I just get some nice shots into that little angled part on his back right there. He's turning his turret, and that's scary and all, but, you know, whatever. So I'm trying to look for the IS-3. I see that he's there. I reload a gold clip because I don't want to load an incomplete clip, as I said last time. IS-3 was trying to come up for me. I'm getting out of there. I'm not sticking around, but that'd be silly. So just to keep track, I've already killed 2 tier 8s. One of them I kind of stole the kill a little bit. I guess I wouldn't really say I stole it, but I picked up the kill. It's really unfortunate that KV2 and the 12T were there when they were, but it's whatever. The IS behind me, he should have fell back a long time ago, but he didn't. But here's just an example of bad aiming. I was really pressured. The first couple shots were fine. That shot, I don't know what I was doing. This shot, I was like, okay, just aim for the turret, whatever. Get hit by the 12T, and he hits me again. Just load the last shell into him, and I get out of there. Because I didn't want to risk getting hit again by the 12T just to get KV2 out. So it is now 4-7, and it's really not looking good. And I'm alone on this flank, and there's 4 tanks surrounding me, so this is going to be fun. So I back out like this, knowing that the IS-3 was going to try to follow me. So I get 1 shot into him. Here I try to start baiting a shot, but you know, it's really risky. He can 1-shot me if he has, actually I'm pretty sure any gun he has can 1-shot me. So I really thought I was going to die here because the KV2 and the 12T's last position, but I didn't, so that's cool. See, I think this is a classic example of no cap kill all and how it can be bad, but at the same time it can also be really, really good for your team, because you're earning everyone more credits in XP. But so the first shot on the 111, I didn't expect that one to go through, but you never know, high RNG rolls, whatever. Now his upper plate's angled up towards me. I know I can pen that, so I just shoot up to it. 12T, I just aimed the shot badly, but now that the IS-3 is behind me, that completely changes the game. I just need to run away from him, which shouldn't be that difficult because the IS-3 is kind of fast, but not super fast, so it's not that big of a deal. So I'm just running away, trying to get to my allies, and we've brought it back now from a 4-7 to a 4-3, which is great. KV2's on cap, T69's close to cap. I really should have returned to cap, but I was afraid of this IS-3 gonna block me off. So at this point, I was just thinking, I need to stay away from this IS-3. I didn't want to have him shoot at me anymore. So I was trying to stay away from him, and while I was doing that, I was going to go towards the artillery, shoot the artillery. But he's behind a house, so I have no shots at him. So I start to go towards him, and then the T-34 just kills him anyway, so I'm like, okay, whatever. So I start to head back towards the cap, just to make sure that I can get a reset if the T-69 dies, because he is very low on health, and the KV-2 does not need to hit him. Well, doesn't need to pen him. But the T-69 kills the KV-2, which I got down to a one-shot. So that was awesome. And so I head back. I just realized every kill I got in this game was a tier 8 kill. Nice. So I start to head back to the only tank that's still alive, the IS-3 that's been chasing me the entire game. And I can't clip him. I only can do 540 damage, I think, to him. So I get lit, and I'm really worried because I think I start to see his gun turn towards me. But then I see that he's starting to turn his gun towards the T-69, so I just go in anyway. I really wanted to help this T-69. I didn't want him to die for no reason. But strategically, he's in a very bad place right now because he has the low ground. So I just start firing at the IS-3 willy-nilly. Get him right through the tracks below the spaced armor. Shoot the back of the turret and kill him. And I have 3 shots left out of the 30 that this thing carries. So, yeah, like the last one, I will leave the link in the description if you want to take a look at the post-game results or whatever. Yeah, I know for this game, it was 13,000 WN8 for 2,400 damage and 4 tier 8 kills. So, yeah, definitely a good game, to say the least. Yep, let's go back to the garage and take a look at all the, last thoughts that I have on it. Alright, so the AMX 12C, I would definitely recommend it to any light tank players out there because I think you'll enjoy it. It has surprising amounts of firepower, and not to mention, I really love the look of it. It just looks like a little, like, toy tank, you know? Maybe you don't, I don't know. But, so yeah, I just wanted to take a look at the Mark of Excellence to just show you that I wasn't lying. 64, average damage of 928 damage, and it is at 80.84%, so, I'm definitely doing well in it, but, it's, my mod 1, or not my mod 1, my lightweight's kind of in a similar position, but not quite the caliber of the, 12T. So, yeah, it's fast, but not super fast. It's definitely nimble, in my opinion. You can get away from a lot of threats, unless it's like a Cromwell or something really fast like that, a Bulldog, T-49, something like that. Ammo loadout, I would definitely recommend you do 18 AP and 12 APCR. The 18 AP actually has pretty good penetration, so it's not like you're carrying the APCR for the lack of penetration on the AP round. You're more carrying the APCR for the tier 9s that you will meet inevitably, because this is a scout and does receive +3 matchmaking. While it is possible to see tier 4s, I think the only way you can do that is if the matchmaker has such a few amount of higher tier tanks that you placed in a top tier matchup, and I've only seen that happen a couple of times with a light tank, and usually I mess it up anyway because I get overconfident, but that's beside the point. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can say on the 12T. As for the 1375, I'm definitely less optimistic for it, because it's pretty much the same exact tank, slightly faster top speed, but way lower acceleration, 10 more meters of view range, same gun. I don't know, I'm not too hopeful for it, honestly. I guess if I do well in it, I will tell you guys, but I doubt it. It does reload faster, so that's good, I guess. But the 1390, that definitely looks like a good tank to have. So, yeah, that's gonna conclude this replay. If you would like to see any other tanks in my garage, go ahead and leave a comment or something like that. You can take a look through. Preferably the ones that I do better on, like not the T-34-100. It's pretty much the only tank in my garage that I don't do exceptionally well in. Well, not exceptionally well, but you know what I mean, like compared to the rest of my tanks. I've been playing E4 a lot lately, and I've been enjoying that, but I wouldn't say I'm doing exceptionally well. I think it's like 2800, yeah. Anyway, enough of me rambling on. Yep, leave a like if you liked it, leave a comment if you want to discuss something, or you need help with something, or you want to see something. Share it with your friends if you think they would benefit from it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.